Hello everyone, Chris here. I decided, as I teased last week before I got sick and was down for the count for not only my daughter's graduation but also my birthday and Father's Day, so that was great. But I'm on the mend now and decided to continue on with this video series that I'm doing here. Just a quick little synopsis of what it's about. And it's a simple premise, really. I've had my van for a long time now, and it's highly modified. I've done a lot of research on the products that I've chosen, that I've bought, and I thought it'd be helpful for the Vanagon community to explain what I have and why I made the decisions to buy the products that I did. Basically, you'll see the underlying factor is that I like to find products with the best quality and buy it once, because I spent a lot of time in my teenage years just buying crap stuff, and it's nothing but frustration in the end, so I'm not going to be doing that anymore. The series, it's called What's on My Van, aptly named. It's going to be a collection of video shorts. Sometimes it'll be a single product or modification. Other times it'll be a collection of products, like a bunch of stuff in the front end or a bunch of stuff in the interior or whatnot. So I'll include links to the products if they're still available, and shout outs to other Vanagon parts companies. I'm in the fortunate position that I got to know and got to hang out with a lot of the other vendors, which is great. I consider a lot of them my friends, which is even better. So a little background on my van. I've had it quite a long time, 16 years now. I bought it in 2007, and prices back then were quite reasonable, which is great for me. Now they're quite a bit more expensive, which I didn't really see that coming as much as it did, but I'm glad I got in when I did. The van has been awesome, and I couldn't think of not having it. So let's start with the lights. Let me go down a little further here. One of the products I made for my van, I designed years before I even got into making parts for vans. And what it was a trim piece that went here, and you just cut out the slats, epoxy that in place, and put a light in. And it was like a cheap way of making a do-it-yourself quad light grill. It's still quite popular, actually. I took it off of my van because I kind of like the smoked look that I have instead, with the headlights matching the grill, sort of. But I still sell a fair amount of the trim rings in all different sizes. And a lot of people ask me, hey, what lights would you recommend? I don't have any recommendation. The lights that I had were made by Hella, I believe, and they came with their own mounting base that was adjustable. That's why I picked them, because it was like a slam dunk. But I can't find anything on those anymore. For the last couple of years I've tried every year, and I just can't. So what I tell my customers is, if you find a light that you like, let me know, and then I can make the trim rings to be whatever size you need them to be. So anyhow, the lights that I chose for the headlights are these 7-inch LED lights made by a company called Sun Pi, oddly. Just found them on Amazon. They had decent reviews. I've had them for at least 5 years now, I think, and they've been flawless. They've been great. There's no condensation. Of course, I park my van in the garage when I'm not using it, typically. Sometimes in the summer I'll leave it out for weeks on end, but if it's gonna be a rainy spell, I'll bring it inside just because I can. But that being said, I have no problems with them, and they are very bright. much brighter than the stock headlights, of course. And I do have the headlight relays in there as well, which I had before when I had the incandescents in. I figured just leave them in there, so that's in there as well. But that's what I've got. and I'm very happy with it. I love the way it looks, and they're incredibly bright, so it seems like a win-win in my book. But anyway, that's all for episode 1. Kind of a brief introduction and a feel for what we're going to do with this. Should be pretty cool. I'm looking forward to it, and I hope it helps a lot of people out. Take care, everyone. Cheers. One more thing I just thought about. If you are interested in looking for a South African grill, I saw at Syncrofest this year when I was there that Austin and Danny from Small Car came up with a stronger design for the South African grill, which if it's not available now, it's going to be available really soon. And they had a prototype there that looked really nice, especially for being a prototype. Much stronger than the fragile South African grills were. So give Austin and Danny a shout out at Small Car, and they can hook you up with that.